Get this video to 5,000 likes, my people, because me have good news for Ninja Man right now. Political freedom. Subscribe to the channel, my people. Share the video. Video will be provided. Don't go nowhere. Listen to this.
Me make you well know what I go on, you know. Me I say free Ninja Man. Free the Dangagan. What they are Pris0n Jamaica. One of the greatest artists where earth. And them one of the world we look up on. What you think say Bounty great, sir? What you think being great, sir? What you think Cartel say when you hear Ninja Man, we want to be like and famous too? And the Dangagan, Ninja Man. People feel know say Gagan are the greatest artist too. That's why the whole of them come and want to be great too. Look on Cartel when we do in the world. Me say free Ninja Man. Remember, you know, the election, blood election, you know. Bloody, you know, me say bloody up thing can come out. And Ninja Man stop that make blood out of election. That's election peaceful right now. There's nobody now war election, you know, killing and go on. Ninja Man come out and stop you and say, living on free food ticket. Not the money in my pocket that I said me, I tell them what me can do. This is one brand. And Ninja Man stop that. You see me I say? I want to people, Jamaica, Prime Minister, free Ninja Man. Because it's a roadmap.
Everybody live a like on this video.
Them. And what can I look up to forget you poor people. You understand me? Free the Gaga, Ninja Man, real artists, whole heap of poor people and you the help. So me I say, free Ninja Man, Gagan, original Thunder first say that. Lord.
Alright, so let us continue, everybody. Let us continue. Alright? You heard that a while ago. Plus further news for Ninja Man. Okay? Good news right now. Yes, what I say? Now, for those who don't know, Ninja Man is being represented by Robert Fletcher. Ninja Man is being represented by some of the top lawyers in Jamaica. And also, Ninja Man has the team that are committed to have him freed. You understand? Okay? Now, despite, of course, a lot of obstacles that has come, which includes Ninja Man's past, the lawyers maintain Ninja Man's innocence, and Ninja Man has taken a turn for the better, which includes spearheading the rehabilitation program, writing the government to point out various faults that the prison system has against inmates. You understand? Because he said that it is better to properly rehabilitate inmates to use their talents so that they can become positive role models when they are integrated back into society. You understand what I say? Fast forward to know everybody, Ninja Man has reacted ultimately in a positive way and has definitely changed his circumstances. Right? So that is when now we move forward where Ninja Man's conviction is concerned. You understand? Okay? Now, of course, mercy was being begged for Ninja Man, everybody, because the judge was about to sentence Ninja Man in prison for the rest of his life and turned down the appeal. But since then, scores of artists has came in his defense and has made their valid testimonies in court to point out that the Dan Gargan has been a positive role model and has since changed. He shouldn't be judged since 1999 and now 2025 is what his defense team are saying because of numerous instances where they're saying that the assault charges, substance charge, firearm charges, and other charges related offenses to Ninja Man, which the judges ultimately decide that he has learned nothing. They have now convinced a panel of court to decide that yes, change is possible and he's now moving forward. His legal team now say that they are confident and that he's an innocent man ultimately because of his works that has been done. Now, despite negative investigative reports being turned in against Ninja Man, everybody, the investigators, which they claim that Ninja Man is a gang leader and a part of a gang, it seems to now shed light on the movement that Ninja Man's impactful person to society and change of character has now responded in a good light. You understand? So the judges are now hearing the argument. Initially, when Ninja Man was convicted, everybody, he says that he was going to reform inmates in the prison facility and said that he has work to do. Now, let us continue where that is concerned. Okay? Now, Of course, Ninja Man, whose real name is Desmond Ballantyne, his son Janil, and another man identified as Dennis Clayton had been found guilty of the 8-year-old dropping of Ricardo Johnson, also known as Ricky Trooper. Now, in addition to the murder conviction, Ninja Man was found guilty of shooting with intent. Okay? These are some of the charges against Ninja Man, everybody. Let us continue. Now, the convictions are to be sentenced on, well, the convictors, or the convicts, was sentenced in December 15. They face possibly the life in prison sentence. Ninja Man at the time was 51 years old, and his co-accused have been on trial for the past couple years. Now, Director of Public Prosecutions Paula Llewellyn has commended the team of prosecutors and investigators for mounting what she calls a very challenging case. Fast forward to that now, everybody. The courts have now been placed in a very compromising position where they say that Ninja Man's case was basically compromised and his right to a fair trial was breached. You understand? Okay? Now, that is where the human rights part of it now comes to play, everybody, is what I'm telling you. Because ultimately, his appeal was granted successfully, and he's now mounting a case against the state to have his conviction overturned. Now, Robert Fletcher and the rest of his legal team, everybody, says that they continue to believe that Ninja Man is innocent, and they do not care what anybody else thinks, because ultimately the conviction of Ninja Man can be overturned, and that is exactly what they're doing. Okay? Now, they say that once there is a viable case, they are obligated to go forward. Now, jurors heard the evidence, they heard the summation of the prosecution and the defense counsel, as well as the judge, and they made the decision they added. Now, it was 4 men, 3 women, and they heard the matter that Trooper was shot dead allegedly on March 16, 2009. Okay? Good. Now, fast forward, everybody, right? I want you to know that Ninja Man is in a very win-win situation, because if the Court of Appeal in Jamaica denies Ninja Man access and has found him not guilty, then already access to the Privy Council will be granted. Now, not only that, they are calling on the powers that may be, which is the Prime Minister and whoever it is, that are now going to take up this matter and having him freed. Because ultimately what persons are saying, that Cartel was freed under the PNP. And this is why a lot of dancehall artists gravitate mostly to the People's National Party. Now they are demanding the opposition and the Prime Minister and HOLNESS to step in and ultimately have this case released and, of course, thrown out from the courts of Jamaica. A pardon, so to speak. So this has now gotten even intertwined with the political race, and they're calling on the government and the opposition to ultimately have Ninja Man released, because ultimately Ninja Man has been a good person and, of course, a good public figure. Contrast to what the judges have been saying, which they say that Ninja Man is a Don and his lyrical persona were some of the minute contributing factors in having him sent to prison. Now, the lawyers are now preparing the case. They will now have to face a witness that has been in witness protection now for the past few years. This, they say, is the Crown prosecution witness and an eyewitness, they say, that was there on the day in question. Now the defense is now having to challenge the witness credibility and testimony in court because of errors the Court of Appeal made in Jamaica when the mistrials and mismentions were placed before him, which now placed Ninja Man in a very, very interesting position. A very good one. Okay, so now they're arguing certain factors in court. One, Ninja Man is getting up in age. Two, prison rehabilitation, as he writes to the government numerous amount of times, is not in his favor. And three, track record shows that Ninja Man had suffered mentally and physically while behind bars. So those are the arguments and the grounds that they are working on. We have more to come. Stay tuned. Don't go away. Like and share the video. So forward.